And in a short while from now on, the Supreme Court will resume hearing several pleas related to the medical entrance exam national eligibility cum entrance test for undergraduates conducted in 2024 controversy. Now, a bench comprising Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud will hear 38 petitions in total. Centre, National Testing Agency and Central Bureau of Investigation have filed their reports in the top court. While the Centre and NTA have denied any paper leak, CBI has filed the status report in a sealed envelope. So what does the affidavit say? Well, the central government and the National Testing Agency, which conducts the NEET UG, have told the Apex Court that scrapping the exam would seriously jeopardize lakhs of honest candidates without proof of large-scale breach of confidentiality. The NTA reiterated the centre's stand, saying the cancellation of the entire exam would be hugely counterproductive and significantly harmful to larger public interest, especially to the career prospects of the qualified candidates. Now, my colleagues Harsha has reported more on this, while Aishwarya and Prabhakar are joining live on the broadcast. First, listen into what Harsha has to say.
As far as the Rajasthan angle is concerned in this entire case, the NTA has said in its affidavit that the exam that was held in Savai Madhopur, a re-exam happened not because there was a paper leak, but because there were discrepancies in the paper distribution. Now, on that day, what exactly happened was that in this Adarsh Balika Vidyalaya in Savai Madhopur, some of the students who were opted for the exam in Hindi were given English answer sheets, and the others who opted for the exam in English were given Hindi answer sheets. Also, in some cases, the roll numbers were not matching. So the students started protesting. The people who were conducting the exam at the center were singularly unhelpful. After that, the students got a little more agitated and the police had to be called in. This went on and on for a couple of hours. Finally, the district administration had to be called in. They spoke to NTA authorities, and then finally the students were persuaded to give a second question. There's always a second question paper that was taken out, and that question paper was then given to those students. They finally gave that exam at about 6 in the evening and ended at about 9 p.m. at night on the day of the NEET exam. So that's why the NTA has pointed out in its affidavit that what happened in Savai Madhopur was a discrepancy in actually conducting the exam. It wasn't a paper leak. Someone had also taken a picture and circulated that on WhatsApp. The NTA was very clear that that was actually the paper that was been given to the students. It wasn't any kind of a leak that happened. So as far as the Rajasthan angle is concerned, because it was reported in the news, it came up again and again because students had agitated. The NTA has clearly said on record that in Savai Madhopur there was no paper leak. There was merely a sort of a discrepancy in the conducting of the exam.
So in a short while from now on, the Supreme Court will resume hearing several pleas related to the NEET examination that was conducted in 2024, and after several irregularities were highlighted, the Supreme Court is set to hear it in just a short while. A bench comprising Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud will hear 38 petitions in total. Now, the Centre, National Testing Agency and CBI have filed their status report. The National Testing Agency has also clarified on the viral videos purportedly showing photos of a leaked NEET UG question paper on social media app Telegram, calling them fake. And the NTA said it has carried out analysis of the data that was given by the IIT Madras and found that no irregularity can be said as per the paper leak is concerned. Now, the NTA has also carried out an analysis of distribution of marks in NEET UG at the national, state, city and central level, and said that this analysis indicates that the distribution of marks is quite normal and there seems to be no extraneous factor which would influence the distribution of marks. The NTA also told the Apex Court that it would be relying on the findings of the IIT Madras report, during which the proceedings on Thursday took place. The NTA and Centre have highlighted that IIT Madras data will be analysed, and as per it, the report has been finalised. The Centre also in its affidavit said that as per the findings given by the experts of IIT Madras, there is an overall increase in the marks obtained by the students, especially and specifically in the range of 550 to 720. Now, for more details, my colleague Prabhakar Kumar is also joining us on the broadcast. Prabhakar, in a short while from now on, the Supreme Court is set to hear the pleas regarding the NEET UG. What can be expected?
Sorry, can I come again, please?
Yes, Prabhakar, in a short while from now on, the Supreme Court will hear the matter. What can we expect today in the courtroom?
See, all the agencies involved in this entire investigation, be it the NTA, CBI, or the EU, they have all been asked to file an affidavit in the Supreme Court, in the Apex Court, and they share the details with the Apex Court. And based on the merit of all the affidavits, after going through all the facts which the agencies would be actually putting forth before the Apex Court, the court would decide on to as to which way, what judgment they would arrive at. Now, remember, the CBI has today filed an affidavit because the CBI is the investigating agency as of now. The earlier investigation was conducted by Economic Offence Wing of Bihar Police. They have also submitted an affidavit, and also the NTA, the main examination conducting body actually, and the NTA in its affidavit is clearly saying that there has been no paper leak. On contrary, if you see the affidavit of the Economic Offence Wing, they are hinting towards a possible paper leak. They are saying that this entire investigation into the alleged paper leak scam actually started on the leads of impersonation, which happened at Patna and Jharkhand, at various centers at Jharkhand. And when they investigated deep into it, they found that there is a possibility of paper leak, the possibility of a very strong possibility of a paper leak. And many of the accused who were arrested by UOU, who have been later handed over to CBI, they have also on record admitted before the agencies that the paper leak has happened. So now it is for the Apex Court to decide as to which agency it would believe and what judgment it would arrive at.
Right. My colleague Aishwarya Jain is also joining us on the phone line. Aishwarya, the NTA has denied that there is no paper leak, and the videos that were purportedly doing rounds showing that a NEET UG paper has been leaked were fake.
Well, certainly the Education Ministry and the NTA had filed affidavits against the demand of the cancellation of the exams, stating that scrapping NEET UG will be counterproductive and serious jeopardize several students in the absence of any proof and large-scale breach of the confidentiality as well. It is also, remember, the Central Bureau of Investigation who was investigating into the entire NEET paper scandal. It was them who had in a sealed cover filed a status report in the Supreme Court as well. And today the Supreme Court is set to hear the bunch of petitions regarding the paper leak, and it would be also the other nodal lawyers which have now been appointed by the petitioners who demand re-examination, the lawyers and the councils who are demanding the re-examination that that should not happen. And also on the other side, it is those students who had reached out to the Supreme Court who received the grace marks. But certainly, interestingly, in the in the affidavits filed by the center, it has been categorically stated that there were least instances where these paper leaks were happened, and they are strongly in a view that these examinations should be thoroughly again be examined. If any fault would be arising, then they will be investigating it, and those people already is under the CBI. So clearly, Supreme Court today, after hearing these petitioners, will decide as to their demand would be fulfilled or not. But remember, when the last
We seems to have lost the line with Aishwarya Jain, but Prabhakar Kumar continues to stay with us. Prabhakar, the CBI has submitted its status report in a sealed envelope. But what can we expect in the status report, considering that the CBI has been probing the alleged paper leak matter and making arrests?
See, that would be the most interesting affidavit actually to look at, because remember, CBI is now the investigating agency into this whole thing, and even as the NTA claims that there has been no paper leak and it's a case of impersonation, the people appearing in behalf of the genuine candidates, CBI is every day not only conducting raids but making arrests. So if there is a no paper leak, then what actually CBI is investigating into, why they are conducting raids, why they are making fresh arrests every day, and why they have kept all the accused who have been arrested so far for interrogation in their remand. So these are questions which CBI will have to answer. All these agencies would be represented by their counsels in the apex court today, but the CBI's counsel's argument would be the most interesting one. The affidavit which CBI has filed would be the most interesting one, because they have the maximum facts with them. They are the agencies who actually, CBI is the agency which is investigating this whole thing, and so they have the maximum facts and figures with them. See, on the ground, if you see, CBI, as of now, as we talk, CBI is still conducting raids, still trying to nab few people, still interrogating those who have been picked up either by EOU or by CBI. So CBI is investigating to a possible angle of a paper leak. So whether CBI actually denies in the apex court that there has been no paper leak and they are only investigating impersonation, or the paper leak is being confirmed by CBI, that would be something very interesting to watch.